We're going to be going out to San Diego in just we're going to go out there right now because Jim Riggleman has got the headset on. And Jim, congratulations on a terrific win tonight. I don't know where to. Well, let's start with Jason Marquis. Ray and I were talking moments ago about this has to be one of his better performances and a gutty performance for him tonight for you.
Well, he's really been just doing a great job for us, and that sixth inning was just all him. He was really, I think he threw close to 30 pitches that inning and really gutted it out, made necessary pitches to minimize the damage. It's a one-run inning, which you throw that many pitches, have that many base runners out there, you're generally going to have 3 or 4 on the board.
Skip, I sit here and I marvel at you. Every night. I know you'll be embarrassed by me saying that.
What's he mean by that, Jim?
Well, I mean this.
Yeah.
Pitching staff and handling the pitching staff is the toughest thing to do as a manager. There's no doubt about it. All that other stuff works its way out. And you have just done a fantastic job with handling this bullpen through down times when guys are supposed to do their job, going out there not doing it. And my hat's off to you. I don't think you ever get that kind of credit because we lose those close games, but as a former manager and a guy that believes in doing it the right way, you do it the right way and you do it fantastic. So I just want to tell you that. I'm just really proud of the way that you handle that pitching staff.
I appreciate that, Ray. It's when we're playing these low-scoring games, you can get scrutinized so closely, and that's the great thing about the National League. Ray, that's where you managed, and when you play all these close games and you're not scoring a lot of runs, it's the nature of baseball. People are going to question, why'd you take this guy out? Why'd you put this guy in? But you know what? Obviously, you're doing what you think is best for the ball club, and lately it hadn't been working out. Your character gets tested a little bit in those times, and I think guys like Burnett and all of us we're passing the character test. Nobody's pointing fingers. Everybody's just staying united and trying to get through this.
Jim, we saw a nice shot when Marquis came into the dugout after the 6th inning. You and he had a nice little exchange of words, and you could see a smile, a slight smile on Jason's face, and you could just tell the exchange was a positive exchange between both of you.
Well, that's kind of what Ray is alluding to there earlier. That's not that easy to call. I mean, we've been struggling in the bullpen, and I got great confidence in our guys, especially Clippard. And, Jason's, even though he threw 30 pitches that inning, he's still got enough to go back out there. But if somebody gets on, then I got to take him out. And, let's let Clippard start his own inning. And sometimes starters don't want to hear that. But Jason was very receptive to that tonight.
Skip, Matthews called up. Will he be used in that situation to bridge the gap, or we're still at coffee, or how are we looking at using Matthews right now?
Well, a lot of times I try to get a guy a little softer landing that first time he goes out there, so maybe we'll look for something a little less stressful, but every night is a one-run ball game, so I don't know if we're going to be able to wait for something like that. We'll just probably throw him in the fire and see how he reacts.
Hey, Jim, that second inning shot, that laser that Michael Morse delivered to the upper deck at Petco Park, now you got to start figuring, when are the pitchers going to start pitching around this guy? Because he's hitting everybody.
Well, they did that in the ninth. That's what they did. They weren't going to let him do anything. They might as well just put 4 fingers up and walked him because they had orders to not let him beat him. And, I felt fine with Danny up there. If we'd had first and second and bunted runners over, I knew they would have walked Morris, but I felt Danny could put the ball in play on that guy and get us an extra run with a sac fly anyway. But, it just with first base open and 2 outs, they weren't going to let Morris hurt him.
Skip, one more quick question, buddy, before we let you go. Zim's on the horizon. I know we play today and we're in the present, and I don't know if you've given much thought to it, but with him coming back maybe in 3 or 4 days, where do you think he's going to slot in the lineup, and how is the lineup you think going to shake out, or have you even thought about it?
Yeah, I've thought about it. We're just still not really getting on base a lot in that 1 and 2 spots, so we may go right back to what our original thinking was and get Worth back up there in the 2 spot and maybe have Zim 3 and Morse 4, something like that, maybe Nick's in there, whatever. Mike is really comfortable around that five hole. I know, as well as he's doing, there's a lot of thought, well, hit him 4th or whatever, but, Mike has spoken to me about you know, he just really likes being a little bit under the radar in that 5th or 6th hole. So, you know, he's going so good. I don't want to hit him 6th, of course, but, you know, there's a lot to think about there. And again, it's the National League. It's fun baseball when you got a lot of things to answer to.
Jim, we thank you for your extended period of time with us tonight.
Thank you, buddy.
Congratulations. Great win for
Thank
the
you.
ball club, and we'll see you tomorrow night.